On paper, we should win both of the games in this episode. Let's just hope I don't run out of paper. Hi everyone, welcome back to Bottoms Up. This is episode number 4. How you doing? Hope you're well. Let's get into what has happened since the last episode. So if we go to our schedule, in the last episode we played Torquay and Maidstone, beating Torquay at home 2-1, losing 2-1 away to Maidstone. Since then, we've had pretty good form, a couple of slip-ups along the way. We played Slough away, picking up a good 2-1 win there with goals from Charlie Hughes and Tom Stevens. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1. When you look at the stats, it was a pretty even game, really. The XG for us there looks a lot higher than their XG, but that will be because of the penalty from Charlie. And yeah, overall, it was a pretty even game. Slough could probably have an argument to say that a draw was a fair result, but we got the win and we will take that all day long. Then in the next game, we played Dorchester in the FA Cup second qualifying round. This was the entry point for us. A comfortable win for us. It was. I'm going to actually try and show you the goals in this game because the Lloyd Thomas own goal was quite an own goal. I was laughing quite hard when I watched this. Matt Rush gave us the lead, then there was the own goal, then Alex Hernandez scored to make it 3-0, and that completed the rout. Unfortunately, Nanakai did get injured, but it was good to see Alex Hernandez coming off the bench to get a goal for us. But let's have a look at the goals. So this will be the Matt Rush goal that puts 1-0 up in the 50th minute. And that is a hell of a strike. I mean, that was a proper strike. Now, that one... What I loved about that the most, if we could just go back to it. And I'm going to put... Have we gone back to it? No, come along a little bit further. Right. Now... What I want to point out is, okay, hits the post, comes back, hits him on the back, and that's just bad luck, really. But the bit that got me afterwards was that he sat there looking at the ball as it trickled over the line. And so Odelusi with the strike, and then he's just looking at it. And it was only after it went over the line that he decided he was actually going to make an effort to get the ball. It didn't show Alex Hernandez's goals. Well, here it is. He gives it to Odelusi. Cut back from Odelusi, nice finish from Hernandez. We can score some nice goals when we feel like it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that Lloyd Thomas goal because I thought that was quite amusing. Then we had Braintree in the National League South, and we got spanked, quite honestly. Jason Ring had a terrible game. Sam Blair didn't have the best of games either. And, nobody did, to be fair. I mean, Greg Draper, he's a new signing. I'll get onto that in a moment. That's thanks to the comments section, to Adrian. But as you can see, a 6.0 didn't really cover himself in glory. But yeah, losing that two goals in the space of a minute there. Grimwood, after 53 minutes, we were just poor. We had nowhere near the same amount of shots as them. The XG was a mile off. Less possession, we kind of get used to that anyway. But we were just so poor. And at that point, I started to think, oh no, here we go. This is going to be where we actually start dropping points. After that, we played St Albans. And Jonathan North back in the team, player of the match, 8.3. Remember, he had that target set for getting a average rate of 7.1. Played St Albans. And again, we weren't anywhere near the level of St Albans. They were miles better than us, but 2 goals in 6 minutes, Odelusi and Charlie Hughes. We stole a win. It's not the first time we've stolen a win this season, but you know what? Like I keep saying, we'll take it. Then we had a double header against Yeovil, and I was very tempted to come back here, but I'm also conscious of the fact that we need to get as far on in the series as possible without there being like 20 episodes for season 1 or anything like that. So we played Yeovil. It was away from home. We went 1-0 up through Manny Ogunrindi, and then Jordan Stevens brought them back into it just in 15 minutes into the second half. It wasn't a game we would necessarily be proud of. I would say maybe we deserved a draw, but I could also be a bit biased in thinking that. But you know what? When you're playing against the team that's top of the table, you take a point when you're Aveley, basically. Then we had the game against Yeovil, which was at our ground in the fourth qualifying round of the FA Cup, where we played Garrett Kelly scoring on 69 minutes, Matt Rush in 90+1, winning us this game. Oh, the outpouring of relief and emotion and joy that I had when we scored that goal was just incredible, especially considering we went 1-0 down. Because after going 1-0 down, I did think that maybe that was going to be not our game. Our FA Cup run has come to an end. Now, today we play against Truro, who are 21st, and Havant and Waterlooville, who are 24th. One game at home, one game away. As I said in the intro, on paper, we should be beating these teams. With the form we're in, we should be getting wins against these. However, I am using these games as a way of resting some of our players and giving game time to some of our other players, because we also have, so we're playing Truro today on the Saturday, then we're playing Havant and Waterlooville on the Wednesday, then on the Saturday St Albans, then the Tuesday Western-super-Mare, then on the Saturday Tamworth, then on the Tuesday Hemel Hempstead. And we're playing a lot of, even probably go down as far as Chelmsford here. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games we're playing in a few weeks. And then we get quite a nice little 8-day break. But I don't want to be playing, I don't want our players being out of touch and knackered and whatever else. So we're going to have some degree of rotation during it. Not heavy. It's not going to be like 5 players are being changed in each game or anything. It's just going to be 2 or 3, 1 or 2, whatever, just to try and keep things ticking over a little bit and get a bit of a rest into our players. We did also beat Welling 3-1. Odelusi, Charlie Hughes and Matt Rush getting on the score sheet in that game. That was quite a comfortable win for us, really. Never really, went 1-0 down, but never really felt as though we was in any trouble in that game. And we are playing some pretty good football. We're scoring some pretty good goals as well. Now, obviously, we've now been drawn against Tamworth in the first round of the FA Cup. A little bit disappointed we didn't get one of the bigger League 1 and League 2 teams. Could have given us a bit of a decent payday from it, because if we look at Tamworth, they are basically our equivalent, but in the Vanarama National League North. They're currently sitting in 5th. 7 wins, no draws, 5 defeats. So they have been beaten 5 times. 3 times have been at home against Darlington, Peterborough Sports and Chorley. So they're definitely beatable. They don't score many goals, but also don't concede many. They're quite tight in the way they play. And like us, they've got a few fixtures coming up before they actually meet us in the FA Cup itself. So, yeah, a bit disappointed there because, they only have a 4,500 capacity stadium. But will the FA Cup run continue? Who knows? What I'm going to do is, obviously, we're playing these 2 games today. And then I'm going to play St Albans and Western-super-Mare off camera. And then we'll come back for Tamworth and 10th place Hemel Hempstead in the next episode. So the next episode will be quite close. That'll be episode 5. If we have a look at the finances, we're 209,000 in the bank. We're doing pretty well with our bank balance. We're not really losing money. I mean, in fact, we've actually gained 3,463 this season. So we're actually doing pretty well. And that's largely because of the FA Cup. If you look at this, we've actually brought in £18,375 so far this season. That's without the game against Tamworth as well. And these cup runs for teams as small as us and as small as Tamworth are just immense, because one of us, either us or Tamworth, will be in the second round proper of the FA Cup. Hopefully it's us. Now, I do want to get to transfers, because I have a viewer of the channel, Adrian, who is very helpful in leaving suggestions for players that we could sign and things like that. He did give me 2 names. Greg Draper and Simon Spender. Now, if we have a look at Simon for the moment, and I'll show you one reason why I decided not to go for it. I did bring him in on trial, but when he's 37 years old, he's not really the age profile that I'm looking for. I don't tend to go for many people in their 30s. I tend to go no higher than 28 really, but I'm not against bringing in people in their 30s for a bit of experience if need be. The main reason why I didn't go for him is if we go back to the finances, I did bring in the other guy that he suggested, which is Greg Draper, and we'll get to him in a moment. But after bringing in Greg Draper, our wage budget as spending current and committed is $5,930 per week, which means we've only got £7 a week left in our wage budget. And if I brought in Simon Spender as well, if he was prepared to come to us, which I think he would have done, then we would have been over our wage budget. And I am very conscious of the fact that we need to keep within our wage budget. So that was the reason why I decided to bring in Greg, but not bring in Simon. I think we've got just about enough there to cope right back wise that it doesn't warrant bringing in another one. We only play one right back and we've got 3 or 4 that can play in that position. Whereas by bringing in Greg, it means we've got 4 strikers. We play 2 up top. So Hernandez and Draper are the backup signings for us. If we have a look at Greg, where is he now? Greg Draper. He's on a non-contract. So we're not paying him any money. If we actually look at his contract, he's on a £375 appearance fee, £65 goal bonus and £20 as an unused substitute. I may need to actually take him off the suspension. I don't really want to be paying him that £20, to be honest. He is in the latter part of his years, 34 years old, from New Zealand. He's had 1 cap. He's been around the block. Most of his career has been at TNS, where he's made 267 appearances, scoring 165 goals. He has been a goal scorer. Not sure he's quite that level now, but he's there. He can be a poacher, an advanced forward, target forward, 6'1". He's there in case we and he's got good current ability as well. He certainly fits in with what we are using at the moment. So in terms of the competitions, if we have a look at the table, the National League South table, we currently sit in 5th, 12 games played, 7 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats, a goal difference of +3. And we're only 2 points off the top. So after today's games, we could actually be top of the table. So I think that's you caught up on everything you need to be caught up on. And we will now go into the first game of the episode, and I'll see you over there. Okay, so before we get into the game, just want to say, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you want to see more. All your likes, all your subscriptions are massively appreciated, really, really is appreciated. I love getting comments as well, so please just comment whatever you like in the comments. It all helps the channel out massively, and I love reading them and I love replying to them and giving them a little heart and all that sort of stuff as well. So yeah, let's get into the actual game. Against Truro, we're not going to change from balanced to cautious or anything like that. We never do. So the team we're going to be going with for today's game is North in goal, Vaz at left back, Ring at right back, Gibbs and Davis in the middle, Benton on the left, Ogunrindi on the right, Kai and Dada in the middle, didn't mean to click on him, and then Rush and Hughes up front. We are leaving out Garrett Kelly today. We are leaving out Odelusi today. As I say, we're trying to just change things around, just a couple of changes per match, just to try and keep people fit and give game time to other people as well. Vaz is our usual left back, but obviously John Benton has been playing in the middle of the park as a box-to-box midfielder. We're going to give him a game out on the wing for today. So let's get into the game. We are at home. We do expect to win this. We've been in good form, and Truro are struggling. So we are coming up against that horrible formation where they've got 7 players in their own half and 3 up by our box. I think it's meant to be a 4-3-1-2, something like that. So we have a corner, a poor delivery from Benton. Rush gives it back to him, puts it back in the box, comes out. Here's Ring. Can he get a ball in? He can, towards Rush. But it's now with Benton. Benton! Oh, I thought he was going to score an absolute screamer. So obviously this is episode 4. Episode 5, which will be out tomorrow, being Friday, will be the last episode of the week. Come back to that in a moment, see what happens here. We seem to have cleared it, but it's still with Truro. And they can get across into the box here. They can. Oh, it's gone out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to us. So, yeah, the series is Monday to Friday. So tomorrow's episode will be the last one of the week. And then, obviously, Monday will be episode 6. Can we fashion something from here? Doesn't look like it, but it's with Kai. To Ring. To Kai. Gets the cross in. They're not clearing their lines very well. And Benton picks it up, puts it back to Ring. That's a very high cross. And we scored. Matt Rush, 7th goal of the season. It was a bit of a case of ping ball in the box there from the players, but we're not going to argue about how the goal comes. No one's been credited with the assist. It must have come off a Truro player last. As you see, fitness-wise, their players do seem a lot fitter than ours. So I think I might have to stick a rest day in between these games as well. We are non-league. They're not the fittest of players. And here come Truro on the attack from our goal kick, and it's... oh. Jonathan North has been pretty good recently. That's why he's getting a run of games in goal. So yeah, what I'm kind of looking at is 2 weeks a season, 10 episodes a season, something like that. I think that seems like a good amount to go with. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with that. I suppose disagree really, if you think there should be more episodes or less episodes. Yes, it's a 5-2-1-2 defensive midfield, attacking midfield. I mean, they're playing with a Segundo Volante, an inverted wing back, and then you've also got a no-nonsense centre-back. Right, let's look at making some substitutions because we've got some tired-looking players out on the field. What's that? Go away. Go away. Where's my tactical button? There it is. So Dada, oh, he's picked up another injury, Dada. Right, Vaz is looking injured, so if we bring Lennon on for him, not injured but tired, and then we could bring Zengo on for Ring. I think our next substitution will be Dada coming off and Ainsworth to come on. Oh, I didn't realise the game was still playing, so I paused it. We've put the ball into the box. Ogunrindi can collect the ball out on the left, put the ball back in the box towards Rush. Benton heads it in. It's cleared from Truro. Can we build another attack here? Nzengo has it to Davis. Ball over the top. Hughes is through, and he should have scored. We would have looked for him to have buried that. We have a free kick now. It'll be Benton to take it. It's too far out for him to score, I reckon. I'd love for him to prove me wrong. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. It's come back. Oh, now they can counter. We need to get players back before they counter, but they've been a bit slow on that. So let's make a final substitution. Ainsworth can come on for Michael Dada. We'll swap him and Kai around because Lionel is not a defensive midfielder by any stretch of the imagination. If we can hang on to this now, that would be amazing. We've not played the best today, I've got to say. We've been pretty poor, really. Truro at least deserve a point from this game. You could say they deserve all 3, really, when you look at the stats. But we've done a job and we have seen it out, I think. Why are we playing? Come on, there you go. 1-0 win against Truro. I don't care about score lines and things like that. Very well done, lads. Yes, I would have liked to have seen us hit 3, 4, 5. But we pick up the win. We're now up to 2nd in the table. Torquay are the only team above us, and that's on goal difference. They do have a game in hand. Hampton and Richmond have a game in hand as well. But there you go, folks. We have just won. Dada's going to be out for 2 to 3 days. I'll do the press conference in a moment, and I'll see you for the next game. Okay, welcome back, folks. We're just about going to the game against Havant Waterlooville, and this is just a look at the table. If we win today's game, we go top of the table, 2 points clear of everyone else. We're the only team playing today. And yeah, okay, Torquay and Tunbridge would have a game in hand, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just be happy in the fact we're top of the table. The good point is if we lose, we don't drop anywhere. If we draw, we'll go up one place to fourth. But let's get into the game. We have made a few changes for today's game, and I will explain those to you now. So we've got Blair in goal instead of North. He's come to me complaining about his game time. He's only been out a few games. But I did consider just letting him go and bringing in another, not letting him go like now, but working on getting a replacement in and then letting him go. But when you actually look at his contract, bearing in mind he's 3.5 stars, current ability with 5-star potential. When you look at his contract, we're only paying him £80 an appearance. He's a clean sheet bonus of £15, so it could work out £95. And when he sits on the bench, we're only paying him £8. So I just kind of thought, we're not going to get a backup goalkeeper that's going to be that cheap, and we've only got an extra £7 to play with. So I need to try and keep him happy. So he is going to start today. Lennon comes in for Vaz at left back. Ring stays at right back. We've got Gibbs keeping his place in the centre back position, but Jalen Jones comes in for Tommy Davis. John Benton stays at left back. Ogunrindi stays at right back. The midfield is all changed. Kai we're giving a rest to. Dada he's just come back from injury. He's not fully fit. So we've got Kelly and Ainsworth in the middle, the assistant manager earning his wages. And then we stick with Rush and Hughes up front. I was tempted to completely change them too and play Hernandez and Draper up top, but I kind of feel that would then be 6 changes, and that's perhaps taking it a bit too far. So we're going to stick with that. Hopefully we can get the win today. The Havant and Waterlooville have been terrible this season. In their last 11 games, they've won 10, drawn 1. Sorry, lost 10, drawn 1. And one of the draws and one of the defeats were in the second qualifying round of the FA Cup. So they've lost all of their last 5 games, as you will see here. Surely we can't lose this, even though we're away from home. We've got to be winning this. You see me there on the touchline in my blue shirt and blue tie. I do love that little outfit. So we've had the first shot at goal, but they have the highlight at the moment. They're out wide, but we win the ball back. Kelly gives it. Oh, Ogunrindi's already picked up an injury. Oh, Hughes has still managed to get through though. And good goal from Charlie Hughes, 8th goal of the season. Fantastic finish. 1-0 to Aveley. Blair with a goal kick, puts it upfield. It doesn't go to a single one of our players. And now they can counter-attack us here, and they've got an injury to their player Matthews. Can they get the ball into the box? They can. It's a penalty. Oh, Jalen Jones has given the penalty away. Come on, Blair. Earn your money, my friend. And he goes the wrong way. 1-1. This is why I hate resting players, because I always feel it's going to cause us to lose. But look, it's only less than 20 minutes. They now have the ball again with the highlight. Kurt Zuma. I'm assuming it's not Kurt Zuma. Come on, we need to win the ball back. We can't. They're through again. Oh, it's over the bar. Come on, let's not have Havant and Waterlooville look like Real Madrid in their prime. Matthews with the corner. We clear it. Come on, boys. We need to be winning this game. Come on. So if any of you are around on... Oh, hang on. So it's gone out for a corner, so I'm assuming that must be a save from the keeper. This Matthews seems very dangerous. He's pulling all the strings for them at the moment. And they've now headed it over the bar. So yeah, that Sam Matthews, I mean, he's only getting a 6.7 on the average rating, but he seems to be a lot better than what the average rating is suggesting, or at least to get a lot of the ball, put it that way. They have had Mohamedou Fowl go off injured. But again, the highlight starts with Havant and Waterlooville. Can we win the ball back? They go for a ball over the top. I mean, that's route one into the box. They have it back again. We can't clear our lines. We are pushing our luck, folks. We really are. We need to get in a half time at 1-1, and I need to tell them I'm not happy with them. Right. Point finger. I'm happy. No, I'm not happy. Get out there and do better, basically. Again, the highlight starting with them. And are they going to score from here? They're working the ball around. And then they go for the big ball over the top, but Sam Blair can quite comfortably come out and take that. Don't start playing about with it. There you go. Big punt up top. Again, they win the ball. They're coming at us. It's just all them. I don't understand how this can be happening. They're so bad, and we've been playing so well. Oh, and it's another penalty, for crying out loud. Blair, please, can you just do something for once? No. I mean, this is ludicrous. We've given away 2 penalties in the same game. What are we playing at? Right, let's have a look at our average rate and see. I mean, there's a couple that are not having a great, but no one's having a great game. I just can't believe how terrible we've been. From a winning position at 1-0, we've given away 2 penalties. Right, let's make substitutions. Ogunrindy's coming off. Odelusi is coming on. Lennon can come off and Stevens can come on, because I don't really think he's a problem. I think we're going to bring Matt Rush off and bring Greg Draper on, because Matt Rush has not been doing anything today. We just need to stop giving penalties away. They've had 2 players go off injured. Right, we have a corner. Lennon will take it. I mean, who's that even to? Ainsworth. What can he do with it? Oh my word! Lionel Ainsworth has scored. What a goal! Oh my word, that was a cracker. Right, we need another. Come on, Ainsworth with a free kick. So with Gibbs, just don't give it away. Just put it through for Hughes. Can he get the ball in the box? No, but Kelly might be able to. He does. Oh, it's headed away. Lennon looking for that crossing angle. He finds it for Hughes, but it's straight to Charles Cook, their keeper. They've got Adam Eden on a 5.9. They've got several players that are absolutely whacked. We've got another substitution to make. Yes, we have. So Michael Lennon's now picked up his game. That's awesome. So I think we bring on Nzengu for Ring. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Bit of fresh legs at the back, but also he can be a creative force getting forward as well. We want that other goal. Come on. We don't want to be drawing against Havant and Waterloo. It's going to feel like a defeat. It looks like that's the way it's going, folks. Only a point against Havant and Waterlooville. We have to be disappointed with that. We really do. Ignore their XG being as high as what it is. That's because they've had 2 penalties. We have basically been the architects of our own downfall. And I think that may well be the title of this episode as well. Because we went 1-0 up with Charlie Hughes, sorry. Then we've given away 2 penalties before Lionel Ainsworth with, if that don't win goal of the month, then I want to see what does win goal of the month. We weren't great in that episode, not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not happy with your performance out there. It's not good enough. I can't keep patting them on the back of the head. We've given away an opportunity to go top of the table, and that will never sit well with me. Even though we only need to avoid relegation, but yeah, not great. Okay, so I'm going to play the next 2 games off camera. We'll come back for Tamworth in the FA Cup, first round proper, and then a home game against Hemel Hempstead in the National League South. drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of the series so far in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.